And welcome to Wayzata High School. Picture perfect afternoon here for Section 6 3A baseball on this Memorial Day weekend. It's a second round game. The number 8 seed Cooper Hawks taking on the top seed, the Wayzata Trojans. Hi, I'm Jay Wilcox. Cooper having to win a first round game, and they did it in pretty impressive fashion, beating Benilde St. Margaret's by a 5-0 count. The winner of this game will advance over to Tuesday to take on either Orono or Minneapolis Southwest. Orono shocking a lot of people by knocking off St. Louis Park in the opening round. So Wayzata, a strong regular season. Cooper has been a little bit up and down, but coming up with a big win in that first round. And they will try and see if they can keep that momentum going from that Benilde win. Here's the lineup for Tim Palm's Hawks here this afternoon. Trey Rooney, the shortstop, leads it off. Then it's Thomas Hall, the second baseman. Tyler Haley, who pitched them to the win yesterday, playing at first base today. Travis Anderson, the DH, hits fourth. Garrett Deneuer in right field. Then it's Steve Fitzsimmons, the left fielder, hitting sixth. The pitcher, Andrew Lee, will hit seventh. Nathan Lutmer, the catcher, hits eighth. And the third baseman, Will Young, in the number 9 spot for Cooper. Defensively for Wayzata and Coach Mark Elias, Reese Smith is at third base. Clayton Bodine is the shortstop. Suman Song at second and Cody Getters at first base. In the outfield, Griffin Schneider in left, Cam Keenan in center, and Brendan Brody in right field. The catcher is Jake Marsh, and doing the pitching for the Trojans is their junior left-hander Tom Scoro, and he has had a very nice season, 4-2. See the sparkling ERA, 1.20 in 35 innings. He's allowed 24 hits, just 9 walks, and 38 strikeouts. Done an excellent job this year. We had a chance to see Tom in one of our TV games earlier this year, shut down a good Minnetonka team and pitch a heck of a ball game over there to beat the Skippers. So here we go. Rooney stepping in against Scoro. First pitch swinging and lifts it out to short right field down the line, and the catch is made. No trouble for Brody getting to that one, so Rooney not wasting any time trying to jump on that right away.
Next up for Cooper, the second
so Thomas Hall will be the hitter now for Cooper. A little bit of a left-hand heavy lineup for Cooper too, which might favor Scoro a little bit. I think 4 or 5 of these Cooper hitters, I believe it's 4, will be left-hand batters against him. Hall lifting one up the other side now. Drifting into foul territory, and making the catch is Reese Smith. So 2 gone here quickly to start the top half of the first. Very little wind to speak of here today, and obviously temperature-wise and precipitation or lack of is about as good a day as we've had at all this spring. So should be a good ball game here. Tyler Haley stepping in now for Cooper. Takes a first pitch strike. Haley kind of lobbying, saying, I'm ready to go again if needed, even though he pitched Thursday. Felt good after the game and might be used today possibly. Went around on that swing. So no 2 count here. Scoro trying to work through a quick first. Haley has other ideas. Just outside with that one.
Tommy. Good pitch.
And there's a called third strike as he catches the outside corner on Haley. So very quick 1-2-3 first work by Scoro for Cooper. No runs, no hits, and no one left on base in the top half of inning number 1. Trojans getting set to come to the plate for the first time today, and they have had a little bit of time off. They played early last week, and then have kind of had a little time to rest, which can be a good thing and sometimes not as good. So they're hoping to try and get started early. Suman Song, the second baseman, will lead it off. Then Keenan, the center fielder. Bodine, the shortstop. Griffin Schneider, the left fielder, is the cleanup man. Michael Bolke in there as a designated hitter batting for Scoro. And Cody Getters at first base. Jake Marsh, the catcher, hits 7th. Reese Smith at third. And Brendan Brody, the right fielder, in the number 9 slot for the Trojans. And defensively for Cooper, again, it is Young, Rooney, Hall, and Haley around the infield. Fitzsimmons is in left. Derek Messer is the center fielder who's not in the batting lineup. Garrett Deneuer in right. Lutmer the catcher, and doing the pitching is sophomore Andrew Lee. Good breaking ball. He's pitched some pretty decent games for them this year. He beat Benilde in one of their games, and according to Coach Tim Palm, pitched pretty well against Jefferson also. So they're they're cautiously optimistic that Lee can come out here and throw a pretty good ball game for them too. And obviously they're going to need it against the top seed. And that's obviously the advantage for Wayzata is that they're a little more set up exactly how they want to be in terms of pitching, because they didn't have to play that first round game as the #1 seed, whereas Cooper had to use Tyler Haley, who's been their best, to get by Benilde. So Suman Song will step in here for the Trojans, hitting .339 this year, .415 on base percentage. Misses with a fastball upstairs there to Lee. And outside with that one, Suman, a leadoff guy, but also a little bit of pop. He's hit 3 home runs this year, also 2 doubles and a triple. So not necessarily just a guy that can get on base. He's a guy who can drive the ball a little bit too. Takes a strike here. That breaking ball got away from Lee and floats in way high and inside. So 3-1 count here to the Wayzata leadoff hitter Song. Fastball, and Song drives that one out to right center field. It's going to get to the gap. Suman Song will have at least 2 here, and he'll be in at second with a leadoff double.
Next up for the Trojans, the center fielder, #7, Cam Keenan.
So Keenan will hit. Song doing a good job of working the count, and Lee had to come with a strike, and he drives it to right center field. Hawks did a pretty good job getting there to cut it off and keep him to 2, but obviously a great start for Wayzata as Keenan steps in. Fastball's high there. Keenan hitting .319 for the Trojans. He's driven in 8 runs. 3 doubles to his credit. Missing away with that one. Lee having a little bit of trouble with location so far, not with the exception of that one curveball that got away. Not been, wild, but just missing his spots a little bit. And that one again is outside. So 3-0 here to Keenan. Of course, these teams were in the same conference for a long time, most recently the Classic Lake, but Tim Palm, the Hawks coach who's been around for a while, told us he thinks it's been probably at least about 10 years since they've played over here. Keenan draws a walk on 4 pitches, so Wayzata's good start continues with a leadoff double, then a walk. So Bodine will step up, and he has had a good year, .387 hitter, .441 on base percentage, and a couple of homers, 12 runs batted in. He's also scored 15 times, so dangerous hitter here in the 3 spot, and they're trying to jump on Cooper early. Fastball over for a strike, right about the belt. And this one is hit fairly well out to left center. A long run. They will get to it, and both runners will have to retreat. Good job to track that one down. Thought for a moment off the bat it had a chance to maybe get down, but Messer able to get a pretty good break on that one, and he runs it down. And I think both runners were in a spot too where they were going halfway here. It was definitely not an obvious catchable ball, and you see just a little bit of indecision, and right move to be going halfway there. So they have to scamper back in. Griffin Schneider will be the hitter. Breaking ball misses inside. Schneider hitting .333 for the Trojans. 4 doubles, a triple, 1 home run. It's knocked in 13, which is a team high figure. That one's in the dirt. Lutmer does a nice job smothering it. So look at Mark Elias, the Trojans head coach this year, and it sounds like it'll be an interim basis with Bobby DeWitt, who actually is here today. Nice to see Bobby, who's had to take a leave this year for the most part for family health issue with his son. Pounded to short. Rooney up with it. There's one out. Relay to first base. Not in time as Schneider hustles down the line and just beats it, so the inning stays alive.
Next up for Wayzata, the designated hitter. Number
Flip to second. Pretty nicely turned by Cooper, but he just beats it out. So runners at first and third now for Wayzata. Michael Bolke will be the batter. Cooper going over their signs, what they're going to do defensively here. Bolke hitting a .275. He's knocked in 8 this year for the Trojans. Cooper not holding with the runner initially, but then it looks like maybe they decided that they want to, so Lutmer calling time to get the defense set. Lee trying to work out of trouble, and this one is lined out to right field. Long run and a nice running grab by Deneur. They had him played pretty well. That was a well-hit ball, but he's able to get there. So the Trojans, no runs, 1 hit, and a couple left on base. It's scoreless after 1.
Think you found every hazard out here today? Think again. The spot you missed could be a killer. That spot on your skin could be skin cancer. If you're a man over 50, you're in a group most likely to develop skin cancer, including melanoma, the kind that kills 1 person every hour. That's why your best shot is to check for a spot. It's easy. Follow through and check your skin. Go to spotskincancer.org to find out how. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
Behind the wheel, there is no such thing as a small distraction. A public service reminder from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons. Speak out against distracted driving at decidetodrive.org.
leading off the top of the second for Cooper.
And we head to the second inning here. Cooper went out quickly in their half of the first. Wayzata had a good threat going, but Cooper gets out of it, so we're scoreless into the second. The 4, 5, 6 hitters, Anderson, Deneur, and Fitzsimmons, will hit for the Hawks. Scoro starts Anderson with a strike. Nice breaking ball, froze him there, and it's 0-2. Comes back, breaking ball there, but it hung up a little high, so 1-2. high chopper to third, fair ball. And throw across in plenty of time there, as up with it and no problem was Smith. I thought off the bat this one might go foul, and it wasn't far from it, but Smith right over there near the line fields it and makes the play. So Garrett Deneur will be the batter. And he lines one out to left. That's going to be down for a hit, and Cooper has its first base runner. Deneur hopping on the first pitch there from Scoro and lines it sharply to left. Seems as though I haven't seen Cooper enough to know if this is kind of just their usual MO, or if today in particular that they don't want to wait till they're getting behind Scoro. They've been swinging early in the count. Fitzsimmons, the hitter, and a sharp breaking ball. Boy, I'm sitting basically right behind the left-hand batters, and that pitch started at his leg and drops in nicely over the plate. Tough not to bail on that a little bit if you're a lefty. And a cut and a miss as he goes outside corner with the fastball. And a rip and a miss at a high fastball, and Fitzsimmons goes down on 3 pitches. Exactly what Scoro wanted to do here. See if he could get him to chase on a ball that was going to be real tough to do anything with, and indeed he did. So Andrew Lee will bat now for Cooper with a runner at first and now 2 gone. And Lee drives this one well out to left center field. A long run. They will not get it. It's down for a hit and should score a run. Lee into second. And Deneur scores, and it's 1-0 Cooper. Lee got a lot of that ball. Diving try out there by Keenan. And scores a run. So we'll have a courtesy runner now for the pitcher here.
Next up for the Hawks,
Landon
the catcher, number 21.
will come in. Nate Letmer, the hitter here for Cooper, as they have drawn first blood here, getting the 1-out single, then a 2-out double. Letmer takes it away for ball 1. Letmer knocking it on the ground to second. Song bobbles it, but still has time to get the out at first. So the Hawks are done in the second, but they break through with a run. 1 run on 2 base hits. No errors, 1 left on. We'll go to the bottom of the second. It's 1-0 Cooper.
So I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Mom, can we get some ice cream? Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
We are at Wayzata High School, Section 6 3A baseball. Second round action here, and Cooper is on the board first. They lead the Trojans 1-0 as we go to the bottom half of the second. It will be Getters, Marsh, and Smith, the 6, 7, 8 hitters here to start the inning for Wayzata.
Number 23, Cody Getters.
Getters hitting at 306. 1 double, 1 triple. He has scored 11 and driven in 10. So sometimes that may be a little better indicator than just the average of what guys have done for the club this year. 382 on base average. Curveball down low. See what Lee can do, staked with the lead. He did have not a super smooth first inning. He gave up a double to Song and then a walk to Keenan, but ended up getting out of trouble. And this one hit well and into left field for a base hit. Getters turning on that inside pitch and driving it between third and short, and he is aboard here to start the second. Second inning in a row that the Trojans have gotten the leadoff guy on, and that usually means good things for your offense. So Jake Marsh will be the hitter now for Wayzata, hitting at 250 for the season, 8 runs batted in. Starts him with a fastball down the middle, strike 1. Getter's not getting a real big lead over there. Knocked down to second, flip to Rooney for 1, relay to first. Did he hold the bag? Not quite. Haley thinking that he had kept that foot on the bag. The umpire says no. Nice play there. They get the lead out, and then the throw clearly beats him, but Haley's foot is coming up as he reaches for that one. And Coach Palm out to ask.
Courtesy runner for the Trojans, number 8, Nick Nelson.
Going to see a runner coming in. Nick Nelson will run for Marsh, the catcher, a courtesy runner. Here's a look as Haley reaching for that bag with his foot, but umpire ruling that it had come off. And I think what Cooper's asking is, can you check with the home plate umpire, because he might have a better angle to see that. I don't think there's any doubt that the ball was there before Marsh, but it's just a question of whether that foot is still on the bag as he reaches for this. Now it looks as though they're going to change the call. Is that the signal we saw? Now it's Wayzata's turn to be a little upset here. It looks as though they are going to change and call him out at first. Now they're meeting to talk with Coach Palm again, so looks as though they now are leaving him out there. It seemed to be the reaction was that they were going to change and call him out, but apparently not. So Reese Smith will step in. And there's a fastball right down the line. It's a fair ball. Throw coming in and cut off, and in at second is Smith with a double. Nelson at third. So second and third with 1 out now for Wayzata. Obviously that out or not out at first is going to, turn out to be a big play either way for either team. Good job hustling over to cut that one off by Fitzsimmons, but boy, he really jumped on that one, drove it over third base. So Brendan Brody will be the hitter now. Great scoring chance for Wayzata. Second and third, one out. Cooper does pull the infield in, which this early in the game, not a sure thing that you would do that, but they are electing to do so here. Brody hitting at 200 on the year. He has gone 5 for 30. Make that 6 for 30, excuse me. I was going to say, I didn't think the math added up there. Four singles, a double, and a triple. Outside, nice backhand snag there by Lutmer. That one could have been trouble. Two and 0 count. Of course, first base is open, but on the flip side of that, you got the top of the order coming up next. So I don't think you are going to want to pitch around the 9-hitter here, Brody. He lifts it up to short center field, probably not deep enough to tag here. They bluff, and the throw comes in. Lutmer with the catch there as Messer makes the grab. So Cooper trying to wiggle out of trouble for a second straight inning here. They've now gotten the second out. And Suman Song will be the hitter. Song started the bottom of the first with a solid double to right center field, and he would love to do the same here again as Wayzata trailing at 1-0, but 2 runners in scoring position. Breaking ball just misses there. Lee's got a pretty sharp curveball. And curveball in the dirt there, and Lutmer a nice block. Pitch, fastball is just outside. So 3 balls, no strikes to Song. Again, not the end of the world if you put him on here, but in fact, with it at 3-0, I think they are going to just say go ahead and walk him, and that is indeed the case. So Song will reach on the free pass, and Cam Keenan will hit now. So bases loaded up.
Number 7,
with 2 outs.
Cam Keenan.
Of course, a force at any base, although that's a much smaller benefit when you've already got 2 outs anyway, but it still can be a factor. Keenan walked his first time up, so nowhere for Lee to put him now. Already a pretty big at bat early in this game. If Cooper can get an out here, they will again escape trouble, but if he's able to deliver a base hit, it probably puts Wayzata in the lead. Takes a fastball high and in. There's a fastball over for a strike, 1-1. Of course, the runners can get a pretty good start here with already 2 outs, and they're not obviously holding with Song at first base either, so he can really get a good walking lead on any ball hit and get himself going. Breaking ball, and he's able to lay off at 2-1. So 2 balls and a strike, and here's Lee's pitch, and that one is over for strike 2. So the battle goes on here with Keenan and Lee. And fights that one off to stay alive up there. Bodine, the on-deck hitter for Wayzata. If Keenan can keep this inning going here. Trojans trailing at 1-0, but the base is loaded up. 2-2 count. And that one way up high, so now 3-2. Walk means a run here. Lee is kind of laboring. He started to work fairly slow here too. Not consistently been able to throw the ball where he wants to, but done enough to kind of dance out of trouble up to this point anyway.
Okay,
3-2, runners get a start, and there's a called third strike. Keenan didn't think so, but he is rung up, and the Trojans leave the bases full in the second. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 3 left aboard after this strikeout. It is 1-0 Cooper through 2 full innings.
Savings Man here with a story for you about 2 young spenders named Tommy and Sue. Their parents let them buy whatever they chose, like video games and designer clothes. As they grew older, they spent all their pay on fancy cars, houses, 2 lattes a day. They lived in the moment, never saving a dime. When they tried to retire, they'd run out of time. Working forever is Tom and Sue's fate, so choose to save now before it's too late. Visit our website to find out more, 'cause a happy ending's worth saving for.
A Brooklyn Park church received some unwelcome visitors this past weekend.
Volunteers really do have their work cut out for them. They'll be inspecting 23,000 residential lots and city boulevards.
The problem began when the railroad decided to increase the train's speed. In the process, they had to raise a portion of the track over here.
Fire crews got a call around 4 Friday morning from a passerby alerting them to a deck fire.
This time, little lob for Winnicky, trying to go up and get it. Touchdown!
What are you doing, dear?
Will Young steps in to lead off the top of the third here for Cooper. Hawks leading 1-0. A high chopper down to third. And the throw across in time as Reese Smith gets a nice big high hop there and throws Young out. 1 gone, and Trey Rooney will come up now, the top of the order for Cooper. As you get a look at that nice high hop there. Smith doing a good job of getting to that ball before it take another bounce, and really a relatively routine play there. Rooney flied to short right field his first time up. He is 0 for 1. And lays off that one down out of the strike zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Scoro's been pretty efficient so far, although Deneuer hit a line single and then Lee a long double to plate the first Cooper runs. Right off the end of the bat, and picked up by Getters, and he makes an easy step on first base there for out number 2. Wait, just barely got a piece of this one off the end of the bat.
Next up for the Hawks,
not where you want to hit it, because Getters doesn't have far to go to get the out there. So Thomas Hall will bat now for Cooper. He fouled out to the third baseman in his opening at bat against Scoro. Takes ball 1. There's the strike. Strike two. Scoro working quickly and shooting strikes for the most part here. And high and tight with that one. And breaking ball up high and out of the zone here. So 3-2 count to Hall. And slashed foul and out of play. Almost hit a car. Obviously here at Wayzata, we're not too far from the street. High chopper. This will be a tough chance. And handled flawlessly. Nice work by Modine as he comes up to get it and get Hall. So the Hawks go down 1-2-3 in the third. No runs, no hits, and no one left. We go to the bottom of 3. Still 1-0 Cooper here on 12 Sports.
What are you doing, dear?
My finances. Every week I divide my allowance. Some to spend, some to charity. But the first thing I do is set aside 10% to save for my future.
That's awfully grown up. Did you learn that in school?
No, Dad taught me. He said if you want something tomorrow, you have to save today. Dad's saving for retirement. I'm saving for a new bike.
Choose to save. To learn how to get started, get your free Power to Choose brochure.
He's a smart man, your father.
You watch Channel 12 at home. Why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
Interesting ball game so far. Wayzata has certainly had more base runners, but Cooper has taken advantage of the one good opportunity they got. They lead it 1-0. We head to the bottom of the third. The 3-4-5 hitters coming up for Wayzata: Bodine, Schneider, and Bolke against Andrew Lee, who I don't think has been as sharp as Scoro, but at the same time he's been able to work out of trouble in each of the first 2 innings. Bodine will be the hitter here. Flied to center field his first time up. Fastball driven up the middle for a base hit. Bodine liked the first one he saw there from Lee and jumped on it, so a leadoff single. Boy, they've had the leadoff guy on every inning, and if you're Cooper, you kind of feel like you're flirting with danger here to continue to allow that. They've been able to get out of it the first 2 times. We'll see what happens in the third. Griffin Schneider, the batter, bounced into a force play and beat the relay on a fielder's choice in the first. Low with that fastball. Haven't seen either team start a runner so far. That one nips the outside corner, 1-1. And that one's in the dirt. Lutmer again, a nice pick. He's had a pretty solid game back there already defensively. 2 balls and a strike here to Schneider. Lee holding the ball a long time this time and comes to the plate, and it is hit well to left field. And this one is to the base of the fence. Bodine being waved around, and they missed the cutoff man, so he'll score easily. And it is 1-1. Griffin Schneider rocketing a double to left field. And so Wayzata this time able to deliver. They've had some opportunities earlier, and this one was well hit. Boy, off the bat, I thought this one maybe is going to get out of here, but ends up about a foot or two short of the fence. And any chance Cooper had to cut off that run was lost when they overthrew Rooney, the cutoff man. So Michael Bolke will be the batter now for Wayzata, runner at second. Still nobody out, and now a tie, game 1-1 as he starts him with a breaking ball for a strike. Bolke flied to Deneur in right field and made a nice running catch heading to his right, toward center to end the first. So Bolke hit the ball fairly well. I think they have to feel reasonably confident with the contact that they've been making so far. Hits this one to third, and it takes a hop past Young. Looks like it'll score the go-ahead run, and it will. 2-1 Trojans. They continue to hit the ball solidly, and Schneider scores. Bolke, I'm going to give him a single on this one. Yeah, it looks like it's at the third baseman, but it takes a pretty tough hop. And Young, disappointed he didn't get it, but probably feeling fortunate it didn't come up and get him in the face, as did not take a true hop on there. So call it a single for Bolke. Getters will be the hitter. Starts him with a breaking ball over for a strike. Cody had a single his first time up. And that one was over for a strike. Two here to Getters. Down to short. Rooney up with it, flips to second. And the throw to first. Oh, safe all around. He was not on the bag at second. Boy, and I was wondering, I don't think he was on the bag, and I thought, are they going to give him the benefit of the doubt, the so-called neighborhood play here? And so everyone's going to be safe. So Hall looking to take the throw and make the relay. And so often you see, guys get away with kind of cheating on that a little bit. Okay, I'm on the bag, but I'm not on the bag by the time the ball gets to me. And umpire feeling that, I can't give him that when he's not close enough.
Now for the Trojans, number 11, the catcher, Jake Marsh.
A little further discussion here. Now the lead runner, Bolke, at first didn't realize that he was being called safe, and he almost started to leave the bag there, which is understandable. But so first and second, still nobody out. 2 runs already in. Jake Marsh is the hitter. High chopper, foul past third. I think the hitters have been, relatively comfortable in there against Lee. He's not had a lot of swings and misses, and been some relatively hard hit balls in this game. Be interesting to see if he's able to kind of chip away and keep it, keep Wayzata in striking distance, or if they're going to really put together a big inning or two here. Drives it, but foul down the left field line. They're 0-2 here from Lee, and didn't mean to swing, but fouls that one straight back.
I'm out.
And squibs it foul past first base this time.
Got one there?
Marsh in a battle here with Lee. Runners at first and second for Wayzata here in the bottom of the third. They've already scored twice in the inning. And another foul ball there. They're making Lee work here. But he's continued to shoot strikes, and Marsh keeps fighting him off. Lee's been working very slowly, trying to get the signs, and that time Marsh felt he'd waited long enough there. And another check swing fouled back into the screen. Another 0-2 coming here from Lee, and there's a called third strike. Hit the outside corner, so Lee wins a long battle there.
Next up for your Trojans, the third baseman, number 18, Reese Smith.
So one gone, and Reese Smith will hit. Reese had a double his first time up. Takes ball one low on a fastball from Lee. It's been a good inning so far for Wayzata. They'd like to make it a bigger one though, as they've still got 2 on and 1 out.
Come on, Michael, pressure, kid.
And popped up. Infield fly rule has been called. Haley catches it anyway, so 2 gone. And
Next up for the
we'll be up to
Trojans,
Brendan
right
Brody
fielder,
now for
number
Wayzata.
3, Brendan Brody.
Brody flied to center field his first time up. And this one popped up again, although it might be a little tougher chance. It's going to be the right fielder, though, Deneur coming in, and he has a good angle on it. So the Trojans are out in the third. They do take the lead, however. A couple of runs on 3 base hits, no errors, and a couple left on base. We played 3 full. It's 2-1 Trojans.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
And we go to inning number 4. It'll be Tyler Haley, Travis Anderson, Garrett Deneur for Cooper as they are now down by a 2-1 score. There's a strike. Scoro, it feels like he's been out there about 1/10 of as much time as Lee has. The innings have been much quicker innings when Wayzata has been pitching and Cooper's been hitting. But the score is still 2-1. Way outside with that one. Breaking ball over the outside corner, and Haley down on strikes for the second time here this afternoon. So one out,
Next
and
up for the
Anderson
Hawks,
will hit.
The designated hitter, number 13, Travis Anderson.
Anderson bounced out to the third baseman in his first time up. Curveball outside. Fastball fouled back. So a ball and a strike here to Anderson. And he waves at that breaking ball. It's 1-2. Breaking ball had his feet moving there, but just missed. So 2-2. Fouls another one back. And a little tapper foul at the plate. Lays off that high fastball, so the count runs full. Anderson's had a pretty good at bat here. I mean, he's had to fight off some tough pitches. See if he can get on. And pops this one up to short left, actually right on the edge of the grass, and Bodine back to grab it. So 2 gone here in the Hawks half of the 4th, and Garrett Deneur will be the batter.
Next up for the Hawks, the right fielder, number 8, Garrett Deneur.
Well, the Hawks have only had 2 base runners, but they made the most of them. Deneur singled with 1 out in the second, and then with 2 outs, Andrew Lee drove him in with a double.
I'm out of baseball.
So they have not exactly been filling the bases against Scoro, but they still do just trail by 1 after, as I said, taking pretty good advantage when they did get a couple of hits, put them not back-to-back, but with 1 out in between them. A lot of foul balls of late here, and umpire letting the benches know I'm out, and so Wayzata having to dig a few brand new balls out, and still in the bag there that they were feeding him. And this one is driven out to right center, but going to hang up and be playable, and the catch made out there by Keenan. So a 1-2-3-4 work by Scoro. No runs, no hits, no one left for Cooper. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's 2-1 Wayzata.
And now, another adventure with Savings Man.
This is great. Every day should be like this.
It will be when I retire in a few years. I've been planning and saving. Did you save for me?
Well, this is unexpected.
Where'd you come from? Out of the blue, just like an illness, an emergency, or a...
That's enough, Mr. Unexpected.
Savings Man.
There's still time to plan. Find out how at choose2save.org with a ballpark estimate worksheet.
I will. Thanks, Savings Man.
No, thank you.
So visit choose2save.org today.
I remember the moment.
I'll never forget that moment.
That changed my life.
At that moment, it hit me. This is why I joined the Guard. We're soldiers, always ready to protect our country. But we've also got communities. Family, friends, neighbors who count on us. I couldn't believe it. I just saved a life. Somebody from my hometown.
See what it means to be a citizen soldier at NationalGuard.com.
Perfect afternoon for baseball here, and a nice crowd on hand for this playoff game here. Second round of Section 6-3A. Cooper trailing Wayzata by a score of 2-1. Wayzata is the #1 seed for the section. Cooper opened the tournament with a nice win over one of their rivals in the Metro West Conference, Benilde St. Margaret's. And they had the lead here until the bottom of the third. Wayzata scored a couple. Andrew Lee he's battled out there for Cooper. He's been kind of in and out of trouble all day, it feels like, but able to work out of jams in the first and second. Gave up a couple runs in the third. So the top of the order due here for Wayzata. Suman Song, Cam Keenan, Clayton Bodine. You see Song has not been retired yet, a double and a walk. They've had the leadoff hitter on in every inning. Starts him with a fastball at the knees for strike one. And a breaking ball nips the outside corner. So back-to-back nice pitches from Lee here, 0-2. Breaking ball, pop back foul. It's going to get out of play. So another 0-2 here. Breaking ball hangs way up high here. Ball and 2 strikes now to Song. And ball 2. Lee's 2-2 pitch here is outside. Now the count runs full. Song has battled back. Pounded to short. Rooney up with it. Here's the throw across. It's low but dug out. Nice job by Haley. So they get the leadoff man this time for the first time. Not really a routine play here, and Rooney hurried the throw a little bit, and Haley does a nice job of picking him up at the other end there as he pulls that one out of the dirt, and they get the out. So Cam Keenan will bat now for Wayzata. And taken up high for a ball as Keenan squaring as though he might drop one down. Takes it instead. So 1-0. That fastball's over, so even up now at 1-1. Sharp breaking ball just high there. By the time it got to the mid, it looked good, but I think not a bad call to call that one a little bit high. So 2 balls and a strike. And this ball nicks Keenan. It was a slow breaking ball, so not one that's really going to hurt him, but so he is aboard on a hit by pitch with 1 out.
Number 16, the shortstop.
And Bodine will be the batter. Another look at this one coming in with that slow breaking ball just off the back of his upper arm, looked like right above the elbow. Bodine singled and scored last time around. Wayzata trying to get some action going again here in this 4th inning. They've had a lot of runners in the game. Runner is going. It's hit a long way, but foul down the left field line. Way over into the corner there where those 2 fences meet. If that was a hit and run for Wayzata, if so, that's probably not where you're looking to hit the ball. But Bodine definitely hit that one quite at some distance. It's 320 down the line there and left, and almost went over that fence, but definitely foul. See if that was a one-time thing with element of surprise to try and get Keenan started, or if they're intent on getting him running again, perhaps. Breaking ball drilled foul down the third base line by Bodine. The 0-2 pitch, runner is going, and it's fouled away. Lutmer out to have a quick talk with his pitcher Lee here. Not sure if there was an issue sign-wise or if it's more to do with the runner. Haven't seen a stolen base attempt yet in the game for either club. Not going this time, and it's hit to right. Deneuer will make the catch, and retreating to first is Keenan. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th, and Griffin Schneider will be the batter for Wayzata.
Next up for your Trojans, the left fielder, number 12.
Another look at this one as he drives it. Oh, excuse me, this is a previous play to start the inning there. Schneider had a double to knock in a run in the 3rd and came in to score, so arguably the biggest hit of the game so far was for Griffin. Runner is going, and Lutmer's not even going to make a throw. A tough pitch to throw on. It was a breaking ball inside, right near the batter's feet. And so Keenan easily swipes second. And chases a breaking ball in the dirt there. Lutmer does have a good curveball. A little trouble locating it at times today, but has a pretty sharp break to it. And here is a high chopper over near the Cooper bench there, Cooper dugout. Runner is going. It's a pitch in the dirt that hits the umpire. And so Keenan will check in at third on the wild pitch. I don't know if it really impacted the play much in terms of it hitting the umpire. I mean, it certainly helped Cooper that the ball didn't go flying away. However, he made third easily anyway. Lutmer couldn't find the ball. You'll see this one misses Lutmer, or glances off him and then the umpire, maybe off his backhand. And Keenan was going to make third easily anyway, but not far enough away that he could try and advance. So probably same result it would have been regardless. Schneider looks at that one just up out of the zone. 3-2 now. And a swing and a miss. They're going to have to throw to first, and did not get him, and a run will score. Keenan comes in to score as Schneider strikes out, but will reach safely on a wild pitch. It bounced hard off Lutmer back toward the pitcher, so he scores easily. But they don't quite get the out at first either.
Number 33.
So Bolke will hit. Now a 3-1 ball game. Interesting play. Cooper, I think, certainly doing the right thing by still trying to get the out at first, but they just didn't quite execute and get the throw. Pulled him off. Bolke popping it up. It'll stay playable, it appears. Yes, it will. Kyler Haley, the catch and foul ground. And the Trojans are done on the fourth. They do get a run in an interesting fashion. One run, no base hits, no errors, and one left the board. Through four, it is 3-1 Trojans.
National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life.
You watch Channel 12 at home.
And we head to the top half of the fifth. It is 3-1 Wayzata here in the Section 6 3A tournament. Fitzsimmons, Lee, and Lutmer, the scheduled batters here for Cooper, against lefty Tom Scoro, who's been as good as advertised here for Wayzata.
For Cooper, number 7,
allowed 2 base runners.
Steve Fitzsimmons.
Fitzsimmons was a strikeout victim his first time up. First pitch, strike. And foul tips this one away at the plate, so 0-2 quickly here. That's Fitzsimmons to chase one the first time on the third strike. This time comes right over the plate. I think he thought he might see the same again, and instead he throws it right over the heart of the plate, and Fitzsimmons caught looking for out number 1.
Next up for the
and
Hawks,
the pitcher Lee will step in now for Cooper. He's got the best hit of the ball game for them. He had a long double that scored their only run. And this pitch hits him. So Lee will be aboard.
Next up for Cooper,
and
the
Lutmer
catcher,
will
number
bat. We're going to
21,
see a courtesy runner coming on at first base for the Hawks as Landon Docam will come on. So Lutmer will be the hitter. Been an interesting game. I mean, in a lot of ways, it feels like Wayzata could or should be ahead by more, but Lee, as a pitcher, has been doing enough to fight his way out of some of these innings. There's a strike. Lutmer squaring as if to bunt. And he's got him picked off. He is out. Docam caught leaning, and Scoro easily picks him off. Getter's applying the tag. So they lose the base runner just like that. 2 outs. Lutmer now hitting with the bases empty. Missed outside with that one. Breaking ball just missing there. 2-1 here to Lutmer, the Cooper catcher. Hawks starting to kind of get down to where they don't have all that many outs left to try and get some things going. But kind of looking easier said than done against Scoro. He's been sharp. Well, loses him there though. Lutmer will draw a 2-out walk. First walk that Scoro's given up. We'll see if there's a runner coming out for Lutmer or not. Here as the catcher, obviously they can send a courtesy for him, but at first glance it doesn't look like we're going to see that. Will Young will bat now for Cooper. Rip and a miss at a high fastball there from Scoro. Scoro's not overpowering, but boy, when you combine that excellent breaking ball, that fastball seems to gain a few miles an hour to the hitter's eyes after seeing some breaking stuff. And fouls this one out of play. I like what Scoro's done too. He's done a good job of being aggressive, but still being aggressive doesn't mean throwing it down the middle necessarily. It means just attacking the strike zone, but varying things up a little bit. They've called a good game, and he's pitched a good game. And there's our breaking ball for a called third strike, and Young caught looking. Hawks are done in the fifth. No runs, no hits, and one left on. We head to the bottom half of inning number 5. It is Wayzata 3 and Cooper 1 here on 12 Sports.
You watch Channel 12 at home. Why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
And now, another adventure with Savings Man.
Oh dear, I can't afford that.
Charge it. You can pay it off later. Not so fast, credit card guy. Savings man. Don't let him entice you, ma'am. Credit card guy can lead you to big trouble. You need a savings plan.
You're right, savings man.
Get this ballpark estimate worksheet at choosetosave.org. It will help you get started.
Gee, thanks, savings man.
No, thank you.
So visit choosetosave.org and get your ballpark estimate today.
We head to the bottom half of inning number 5. Thanks for joining us for playoff baseball from Section 6 here on 12 Sports. Wayzata leading Cooper by a score of 3-1. The 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up here for the Trojans. Andrew Lee still out there on the hill for Cooper. Hasn't had, an easy time of it. Hasn't been smooth sailing, but he's kept his team in the game, certainly.
First baseman, number 23, Cody Getters.
Breaking ball misses away. And a breaking ball inside there. So 2-0. So now 3-0 count. And ball 4. Getters a patient at bat there, takes a walk to get the inning started, and Jake Marsh will be the batter.
Jake Marsh.
Jake's gone 0 for 2 so far here today. 4 times in 5 innings they've gotten the leadoff hitter aboard. Marsh looking to bunt, and he gets a very good one down. Lee will flip to first base. Sacrifice is successful as he moves that runner up. Excellent job getting that bunt down. Just put it onto the grass. Obviously no play at second. Doing exactly what you want to do there. I think a lot of guys kind of fall into the trap of, I want to make this perfect so that I can beat it out for a hit. Well, if that happens, that's a bonus, but your really job is just to get that ball down and get that runner over, and that's what he did. Reese Smith doubled his first time up and looks at a curveball for a strike here from Lee. Leaves that breaking ball way up high and out of the strike zone. And this one hits him. So Smith will be aboard, third hit batter we've had in recent innings here. And so runners at first and second now for Brendan Brody. Or maybe it won't be Brendan Brody. Looks like we might see a pinch hitter for Wayzata.
Next up for
Another look
Wayzata,
at this one, got him on the hip.
Tyler Brackey.
Tyler Brackey will hit here for Brody here in the number 9 spot. And Cooper might be going to make a pitching change here, perhaps. Or at least out to discuss things. Doesn't look like Lee's handing him the ball yet, so maybe not. It looks as though Coach Paulman tends to stick with Lee here based on first impression here. Yeah, Lee is going to stay in the ball game. So Brackey was hitting at 167. 4 hits and 24 at bats. He does have 4 runs batted in. Catches the outside corner for a strike. So showing some confidence in Lee to say, let's see if you can get out of another one here. And a breaking ball is in for a strike as well here to Brackey. Suman Song on deck here for Wayzata as they once again try and extend their lead. They are up 3-1. Had base runners and multiple base runners in every inning. They're probably feeling like we've maybe squandered some chances here to break this one open a little bit. But at the same time, you can't be disappointed with a lead, I guess, either at 3-1. A playoff game like this especially. Loser of this game will still be alive, but obviously if you fall into that loser's bracket, it means a longer road back. It's not all that often that somebody that loses early in the tournament can come back all the way through. It's definitely not impossible, but outside with that fastball. Two coming here to the pinch hitter Brackey. High chopper fielded by the third baseman Young. He'll throw across to first and get the out. Took a quick peek at second, but felt he didn't have the time and the angle to get this one, and throws across. Strong throw and gets the out. So second and third with 2 outs now for Suman Song. Time taken by Song. Again, Lee has continued to work very slowly here for pretty much the whole game. And a curveball in the dirt that Lutmer is able to smother with that chest protector. Song hit the ball well his first time up, a double, and then a walk and a ground out after that. And outside with that fastball, so 2-0. Probably doesn't want to give him anything really good to hit here, but and they are indeed just going to put him on for the second time today.
Next up for the Trojans, the center fielder, number 7.
So Keenan will be the hitter.
Keenan.
Bases loaded up with 2 outs. Keenan will step out. Hasn't been retired, or he's been retired once. He's walked and been hit by a pitch. Also struck out. Just missed low with that one, so 1-0 here to Keenan. Fastball that time hits at the knees, so 1-1. Lee has kind of stayed the same throughout, whether he's had, you know, trouble, guys on base or whatever. He's worked deliberately, but for the most part been able to make some pretty good pitches when he's needed to. But at the same time, Wayzata has built a lead and trying to add to it. That one hangs up high, 2-1.
Cody, stay foul. Stay foul.
2-1 pitch, high fastball, and it's popped up. Rooney, the shortstop, calling, makes the catch, and once again, Lee's able to get out of trouble. For Wayzata in the 5th, no runs, no hits, 3 left on base. We've completed 5 here at Wayzata. It's 3-1 Trojan.
Think you found every hazard out here today? Think again. The spot you missed could be a killer. That spot on your skin could be skin cancer. If you're a man over 50, you're in a group most likely to develop skin cancer, including melanoma, the kind that kills 1 person every hour. That's why your best shot is to check for a spot. It's easy. Follow through and check your skin. Go to spotskincancer.org to find out how. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
Behind the wheel, there is no such thing as a small distraction. A public service reminder from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons. Speak out against distracted driving at decidetodrive.org.
Three to 1, Wayzata leading Cooper here in the Section 6 3A baseball tournament on 12 Sports. We're heading to the top half of the 6th, so Cooper down to its final 6 outs here, and obviously very much still within striking distance. But they have not done a lot against Tom Scoro here today. Trey Rooney, Thomas Hall, Tyler Haley, the top of the order coming for Cooper. So if they're going to get something started, this might be the inning to try and do it. Rooney lifting this one a long way to left field. It has a chance, and it is gone. Home run, Trey Rooney. Got one he liked from Scoro and takes it out to left field. See an uppercut swing there. He knew it had a chance. I didn't necessarily think that this one was going to go any more than the previous one that was hit out to the fence, but just kept on carrying, and Schneider, all he could do was look up. So, I said very much within striking distance, now back to within a run after Rooney's blast. Here's Thomas Hall, a little dribbler down to first. Getters had just a little trouble with it, but easily wins the race to the bag, so 1 out. And Haley will hit for Cooper. So the Hawks hadn't had a lot to cheer about offensively for a while, and Rooney definitely got their dugout's attention and back fired up.
Number 1, Tyler Haley.
Haley is the batter now for Cooper. First pitch swinging there and fouls it back into the backstop. Breaking ball kind of curved around the plate there, 1-1. Haley hasn't had a tough day so far with a couple of called third strikes. You got to believe he's going to be hacking if anything's close. Liner, but right at Song, the second baseman. So 2 outs. Boy, he stung that ball, but Song almost had a look of, wow, what did I find here? But it was pretty much right at him. So Anderson will hit now for Cooper. Breaking ball on the inside corner for a strike. Boy, Haley knew he had really hit that ball hard. He had only taken about 1 step before Song caught it. Laid off that high fastball, 1-1. And breaking ball missing, 2-1. And outside, so 3 balls and a strike. Scoro last inning had his first control issues at all. He hit a batter and walked one. Prior to that, didn't see none of that. There's a strike, and it runs full. Anderson fouls it away. And there's a called third strike. Anderson caught looking, but Cooper pulls within 1 on the solo homer by Rooney. 1 run, 1 hit, and no one left on base. We'll go to the bottom of 6. It's 3-2 Trojans.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Mom, can we get some ice cream? Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Lee completing his warm-up tosses. He will be back out for inning number 6. His team within a run. Hasn't been easy for Andrew today, but he's battled and been able to squeeze out of trouble on a number of occasions. Bodine, Schneider, and Bolke will be the hitters for Wayzata.
Number 6 for your Trojans, the shortstop, number 16, Clayton Bodine.
See, Bodine had a hit in his middle at bat in the 3rd, which was their 2-run inning that put them ahead. A rope, but just foul past 3rd.
I'm out again, I'm out.
Jumped on that one, but inches foul. Lee's pitch hanging inside there. And the 1-1 offering now. A little high, 2-1 count now. Bodine trying to get aboard here for the Trojans. And a hard liner to left, but it is going to hold up. And Fitzsimmons the catch. Bodine almost hit that one a little too hard. Thought at first it might have a chance to drop in, but it stays head high all the way. And Fitzsimmons, right place at the right time. So much like Anderson, or excuse me, like Haley last inning, guy really scorches the ball, but right at a fielder. So Schneider will hit. Breaking ball over for a strike. Schneider was involved in that weird play in the 4th inning where he actually struck out, but the pitch was in the dirt and bounced off the catcher, and they did not get the out at first, and a run scored from 3rd on the play. Obviously, the double that he hit in the 3rd was more to Griffin's liking, although it ended up a run scored on each of his last times he was at the plate. He didn't really have a lot to do with the second one, but that long double was a great shot for him. Over his head with that one.
One ball, 2 strikes.
1-2 pitch. Called 3rd strike outside corner as he came fastball. We've seen a lot of called 3rds today. And maybe the hitters would tell you that the zone's been too wide, but at this point in the game you have to adjust, I guess. And took a called 3rd strike, and Volke will be the batter. Of course, if you ask Scoro and Lee, they would say, no, that's exactly the kind of strike zone we want. High chopper foul down the 3rd baseline. Volke knocked in a run in the 3rd with a single. Lee has not yet worked a 1-2-3 inning. He's trying to change that here in the 6th. And lifted out to center and hit well. But drifting back to make the catch is Messer. So Volke gives it a ride, but not far enough. The Trojans out quickly in the 6th. No runs, no hits, no one left. We go to inning number 7. It is 3-2 Wayzata.
Savings Man here with a story for you about 2 young spenders named Tommy and Sue. Their parents let them buy whatever they chose, like video games and designer clothes. As they grew older, they spent all their pay on fancy cars, houses, 2 lattes a day. They lived in the moment, never saving a dime. When they tried to retire, they'd run out of time. Working forever is Tom and Sue's fate, so choose to save now before it's too late. Visit our website to find out more, cause a happy ending's worth saving for.
A Brooklyn Park church received some unwelcome visitors this past weekend.
Volunteers really do have their work cut out for them. They'll be inspecting 23,000 residential lots and city boulevards.
The problem began when the railroad decided to increase the train's speed. In the process, they had to raise a portion of the track over here.
Fire crews got a call around 4 Friday morning from a passerby alerting them to a deck fire.
This time, little lob for Winicky, trying to go up and get it. Touchdown!
What are you doing, dear?
One more chance for Cooper. They're down by just a run. Got a run last inning on a Trey Rooney home run. They'll have Garrett Deneur, Steve Fitzsimmons, and Andrew Lee scheduled to hit here. Tom Scoro going to try and finish it off. He is out for the 7th. And I would have to think his pitch count not terribly high. I don't think there was probably really any discussion even about, do we send him back out? He's looked good. I mean, obviously a couple hard hit balls that have led to the 2 runs, but he has pitched well. But Cooper would like to scratch at least 1 out, try and tie it up, maybe more. Deneur hitting this one well to center field, but it'll hang up. And a nice running grab by Keenan. Had some pretty hard hit balls that have been caught by the outfielders here, both ways here.
Next up
and
for Cooper,
Keenan
the left
made
fielder,
that one
number
look
7,
relatively
Steve
easy. Here's
Fitzsimmons.
Fitzsimmons. Outside for a ball there. Fitzsimmons Hasn't had much luck against Scoro so far, 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. And now ball 2. And 3 straight bad ones. Is that one in the dirt? Marsh out to have a quick talk with Scoro. Hasn't really had to say much today, as he's kind of been in a pretty good groove. But we talked about it earlier in the game, how Wayzata had missed some chances to widen the margin to give themselves a little breathing room. And Cooper right on their heels, especially after that home run by Rooney. But they are down to their final 2 outs. Pours a strike over here, 3-1. And lifted out to left field, a long run, but it'll get there. And 2 outs as Griffin Schneider tracking that one down. It was kind of tailing back toward him and not too bad of a play to make there, too hard of a play.
Andrew Lee.
So Andrew Lee will hit. Lee boomed a double to left center in the 2nd inning. That brought in the first run of the game. And he needs to reach here to keep this one going. Starts him with a breaking ball for a strike. Strike 2. Trying to nail down a win, and that one's a high fastball that Lee wasn't going to offer at. And fights off a breaking ball there. Don't think Lee was real comfortable with that one, but he realized it's going to be close enough. I got to protect here. And a swing and a miss and a breaking ball. Took a little something off that one, and Scoro ends it in style. So for Cooper in the 7th, no runs, no hits, and no one left on base as Scoro finishes him off with a strikeout. He goes the distance and out-duels a game and Lee in a 3-2 ball game. Good game. Cooper will stay alive in the losers bracket, and Wayzata, of course, stays in the winners bracket. We'll be back to wrap things up here in just a moment. Your final, Wayzata 3 and Cooper 2.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Okay, here we go, guys. Welcome back here to Wayzata. The Trojans stay into the winners bracket with a 3-2 win over Cooper here in the Section 6 baseball tournament. We're joined by a couple of Wayzata guys. We'll start with Griffin Schneider, and you had that big double early on. You guys got a lot of runners all day, but hits were kind of hard to come by in the clutch spots. But how did you feel about that double that you got to kind of get things started?
I was just trying to fight that at bat, wait till I got my pitch that I could hit, and I ended up getting it. Ended up well.
Were you guys getting frustrated at all with a lot of chances that didn't end up in anything, or did you guys stay pretty confident?
We're usually pretty confident. It sometimes gets to us when we can't push them across. I think with as many opportunities as we had today, maybe a little bit, but we try and keep it light.
Guys, heading in as the #1 seed here in the tournament. Overall, how do you feel about the way this season has been going for the Trojans?
Pretty good. We started off real hot after the loss and went on an 8-game winning streak and kind of hit the skid, and we were glad to get that all the way before sections instead of during it.
All right, good luck in the next round here, and good job here today.
Thank you.
And Tom Scoro, sharp on the mound. We saw him earlier against Minnetonka, same thing. And how did you feel out there on the hill today?
Today I felt pretty good. My defense helped me out a lot. Cam out in center just snagged some ones. I just had no idea he could do that, but it was great. Helped me out.
It was a real contrast because it seemed like their pitcher was in trouble all day. He was working pretty slow. You were getting out there shooting strikes and everything. Was it hard for you to have those times when, you know, the long innings when your team was batting? Did it feel like you were getting rusty at all when you came back out or not?
Yeah, I guess so, kind of. Like, just sitting there, I just kind of want to get back out on the field and pitch, but that's the way it is.
You'd been kind of mowing them down for a few innings, but then their shortstop took you deep there. Did that kind of get the focus back after they pulled within 3-2?
Yeah, Rooney had a nice home run off me, good hit. But yeah, I just had to pull myself together, focus a little more, finish off the game.
What's the most important thing that has to happen for you guys to be Section 6 champs here coming up in the next week and a half here?
It's probably got to be get the runners in when they're in scoring position. We had a couple of times this game with 2 outs, and we just didn't execute, but that's what we need to do.
All right, Tom, nice job here today, and good luck in the next round.
Thank you.
All right, Tom Scoro pitches all 7 for the Trojans as they win it here 3-2 over Cooper. Andrew Lee fighting hard, pitching a complete game for the Hawks as well. Hope you've enjoyed today's game here from Wayzata High School. For all of our crew, I'm Jay Wilcox. Again, your final 3-2 Wayzata.